Hey, all right. So we are doing another watch along today with another soccer match. We got the USL Championship League tonight. We've got the San Diego Loyal Soccer Club, and we got Loudoun County Football Club. I'm not too familiar with the USL League. I've only recently started following it now that I've realized that Phoenix has their own USL team. So I'm not too familiar with it. San Diego right now is 5th in the Western Conference. Loudoun FC is 11th in the Eastern Conference. So probably going to go San Diego's route on this one. We shall see. And it looks like the game literally just kicked off. So let's turn the volume on and let's watch some of this. Now I'm going to turn it down a little bit because it seems louder than last night. And again, I don't want any copyright issues or anything like that. So I've got no loyalties in this game, although I will say it would be nice to see San Diego lose since they're in the same conference as we are here in Phoenix with the Phoenix Rising team, and San Diego's ahead of us. So I don't have a real loyalty here, but I'm definitely pulling for Loudoun FC. Got my whiskey and Dr. Pepper, and I'm ready to enjoy this game. Dogs are chewing on some treats near the phone too, so yeah, you may hear some crunching. Now tonight my plan was actually to do this on YouTube, but apparently before you can stream anything on YouTube, live stream it, you've got to have 24-hour period of waiting. I'm not sure why, but yeah, apparently you've got to wait 24 hours, so I'm hoping that I can do the World Cup match that's tomorrow night, I believe at 6:30 Pacific time. So we shall see. But yes, right now it looks like Loudoun County's been on the move a little bit. Actually, San Diego's been on the move a little bit. Loudoun County just pushed a little bit, but a minute and a half into the game. So. Yeah, and San Diego's last match, they played Orange County FC, and they ended up losing apparently 3-1. From what I was seeing before this match, they went up 1-0, and then they ended up conceding 3 goals to lose the game. So let's hope for something like that tonight. Kind of like the Loudoun County FC. I think that's what it is. Loudoun FC. I like their uniforms though. It's like a cool little red and white. So. Oh, Loudoun gave it away just outside of the box. Let's see what San Diego can do with it. Just looking across the field, Loudoun's shape it was not looking good there for a minute. Yeah, even this early into the game, you can tell San Diego is the better team between these two. Their ball control, their passing, is just all much more solid than Loudoun FC's is. Oh, cross into the box, right to the keeper for Loudoun. All right, so we got our first keeper intervening in the 4th minute of the game. So we'll see what happens. I definitely, just based on this play so far, the first few minutes, I 100% expect San Diego to get some goals here. And one thing that's really interesting about USL is that their fan base is so minimal. Well, hello, Timon. Timon's making an appearance. Is that it's not a bad league. The quality of a lot of the players is actually not that bad, but there's just almost no money or investment behind it. And like looking at this game, they're playing in San Diego, and the stadium is like a third full. They probably have 1,500 people there at most, but the quality of play is actually not that much lower than MLS is, which is, I mean, it's kind of sad that they don't have more fans. In the few experiences I've had with them so far, they've actually been very, very entertaining games. So, and I'm interested to see what they do with relegation and promotion. I know that they had that vote that they were supposed to have, but I just don't know if they've got a big enough fan base in the first place to even make that worth it. I just don't know if, yeah, they can put it in place maybe, but there's just not a big enough fan base, I think, for USL in order for the relegation promotion to really work. Right now it's a lot of back and forth in the midfield. Loudoun's trying to put some stuff together. Oh, heavy touch. And San Diego gets the ball back. Yeah, right back to Loudoun. So it's definitely, it feels like it's going to be a game of the midfield. Seems like a lot of this is going to be in the midfield. The commentator saying that the keeper for San Diego is one of the best keepers in the world, and that he's great with the ball at his feet. And even though I was saying like the USL quality isn't that much lower than MLS, to say that one of their keepers is one of the best in the world is kind of sad. Oh, quick throw in from San Diego, running up the right side. Can he get around at Loudoun? Nope. Throw in for San Diego. Another quick throw. They're going to cross it in. Tries to split the defenders and gets it taken away from his feet. Oh, hello, Timon. We got Loudoun on the break. Oh, that's definitely a foul. Definitely a yellow card. Good call. Loudoun was on the break there. It was 2 against 3. It's a good foul to take though for the defenseman. Like that's a smart foul. It sucks that he's got a yellow card. Freaking 5 minutes into the game, but you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So let's see. Seeing if I can switch this. I think I put it on friends only. What did I do? No, I don't want filters. Can I change the privacy on this while I'm doing it? Oh, I guess not. I'll change it later. Alright, Spacely, you want to come up? Come on up. Come on. Now Spacely wants up on the sofa. Come on. There you go, big boy. There. Oh, ow. He does not know personal space. Oh. You gotta watch those paws, big boy. You don't need to grip. You don't need to grip. Watch the tripod. He's such a big, dirty boy. Thank you. Ow! That hurt. Well, thank you for apologizing. Oh, and now Timon wants to dress up the animal. Oh, this is an entertaining live stream. There you go, Timon. Thank you, Spacely. Oh, okay, thank you. He's my big boy here. Ow! Thank you, Spacely. Oh, watch the shirt, buddy. Hey. No. Ugh. Hard to concentrate on the game when you got this big derpy boy in your face. Loudoun's got a nice foul. Free kick here. Into the box, straight to the keeper. No real challenge there at all for the keeper. Right back to Loudoun from the keeper's kick away. Now we're in the 10th minute, so Loudoun actually seemed to have come into the game a little bit better than. Oh, good move! Nice little 360 there by San Diego defender. They're charging into the box for Loudoun. Turns and kicks, and it's in for San Diego. Oh, he was offsides. That was some good play too. Started from that beautiful 360 turn around the defender for of the Loudoun defender. That was absolutely great. Man, I don't know if that was offsides. USL, they need to invest in some VAR. Not always the biggest fan of VAR, but they need to do it. Oh, what a weak giveaway from the very back line. Like 3 yards from the back line of Loudoun. They just gave it right back to San Diego. Oh, that was pathetic. Apparently San Diego's got a Ronaldo, and Loudoun has somebody who kind of looks like... No, he was for San Diego too. So San Diego's got a Ronaldo, and they've got a dude that looks like Ed Sheeran. I will say though, that's a gorgeous stadium. They're like down in the middle of in the bottom of a hill. It's really pretty.
Great vision and technically great service.
Yeah, and what's crazy is right before San Diego had that good chance there, I was saying that Loudoun was actually starting to kind of fall into the game a little bit better than San Diego was, and then San Diego had a couple good moments, and Loudoun's now been falling apart the last 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where the level of points, the importance tonight is ultimate high for them.
Hopefully Loudoun can get this together and steal 3 points away from San Diego.
Start having a rough patch, and it's another team will find their groove. So that's the beauty of the USL too.
Oh, that was good from the keeper. Came off his line, got the ball away. Back hanging out in midfield now. So weird to hear them say he's trying to find Ronaldo, and you're watching a USL game. That was a good cross to the other side of the field from San Diego. Tons of space. Just back and forth right now for San Diego, just trying to find that little split opening. But it's similar to what I was saying with the MLS games last night, where similar to MLS, USL, it's got few players that seem to really like charging at the defense and breaking those lines and just basically going after them. It's all like crossing in. It's all crossing over the top, and it's like it's a good part of a game, but it's a part of a game. It just seems like there's not enough people willing to really kind of push forward and challenge the defense one-on-one. Maybe it's just because as like a spectator, obviously you're able to see things that players aren't necessarily able to see, and sometimes things are easier said than done, but it just doesn't seem like enough really try it. And when they do, they always try to take that extra step, that one extra step.
For Zach Ryan, a league score of 9 in the season. But they're on a penalty spot waiting for him.
That was a good build-up by Loudoun, and Coach Miller said this is a team that they're not taking.
Ronaldo's got a little bit of speed to him, though. He's got long dreads that when they're not pulled back, they're probably down shoulder blade length, flapping all around, and man, that hair probably adds an extra couple pounds to him.
You can see there's quality from Loudoun out there in that final third.
Commentators saying there's quality there from Loudoun in the final third. Well, so far there's not been any quality there. They've been all right in the rest of the field, but the few crosses in that they've had, there's not really anybody on the end of them. And honestly, Loudoun is lucky right now not to be down 1-0. I think I got bit by a bug underneath my chin. Hurts. Yeah, I really like those Loudoun jerseys. They strike me as like very 90s. Let's see, I'm gonna flip this around. You can see how empty that stadium is. It's empty, but it's pretty. Very, very pretty. Yes, I still have the Reynolds wrap on the cooking table. Pretty much stays there. Oh, Loudoun's on the break. 3 against 2. What are they going to do? Across the field. Passes it behind him, though. Still good? What kind of shot was that? It looked like a 6-year-old shot that shot. There was no power on that at all. You know what? I give him credit because at least as soon as he kicked it, he goes, "Oh fuck!" You can see him mouth that. So at least he realized how bad it was. San Diego's back on the offense now. Back over into Loudoun's box, but Loudoun just got the ball back. What can Loudoun do with it? Tried to kick it away and out for a goal kick.
That's a great cross by Broadway because it's whipped in there, bending with such pace and power that those are where you can often find an own goal because it's so hard to deal with that.
Oh, Matiti, okay. Thought it was a typo on the back of his shirt. You couldn't really tell where the T and the I and the T and the I ended. Oh. Almost had a good flick on.
Yeah, and San Diego's priding itself on being about community, and from the Pride Night out at the pitch Saturday, the fact that the guys are wearing the kits all this month, just speaks to a level of commitment and connections within the community and how important it is to make those
Again,
grassroots connections.
there is no reason to have something that has to do with who you have sex with on the soccer field. I don't care if you have sex with men or women. It doesn't matter when you're on the soccer field. It's a game. Leave the sexual stuff out of it. Leave the politics out of it. Now I really want San Diego to lose. Like, I've got nothing against what you do in your free time, but I do not care about it in my sports. I don't watch soccer to be told who it's okay to have sex with and who it's not. That's not the point of soccer.
To how talented they are, it's just that there's some inconsistencies with them. And that's the type of thing with the team where you're looking at them.
Now I understand.
If they can figure that little piece out and find more consistency and efficiency, they can make a late run.
Is that the guinea pigs? Sounded like the guinea pigs were walking in here, but they don't usually come in the living room anymore. All right, so we're at the 20-minute mark, or 20th minute, rather. And we're still sitting at goose eggs. We still got 0-0. And other than that one chance by San Diego, there hasn't really been that much in this game. Watch it end 0-0.
Just a tad late as Guido's playing this ball, trying to find Hackworth. Gives him a little bit of forearm, tee over body.
That was not a yellow card worthy offense.
So now you pick up the first yellow for Loudoun on each side now.
Sometimes I don't think that the referees even really know what the endpoints of rules are, like where a foul starts and where it ends. I don't think they really understand half the time.
So they're known for having a physicality to them.
Jesus. Throw the ball in.
I think at this point, if you're loyal, you want to be
Oh
on
my
the
God.
now. You're
Finally.
happy.
It took him 25 seconds to throw the ball in. He's not even wasting time. His team wasn't doing anything and he couldn't make up a decision. Oh, man.
For a dangerous opportunity.
So, I gotta say, I was tooting the USL's horn earlier, but this game is not doing anything to help with their credibility. It's not doing anything to help with my argument from earlier.
Yeah, both teams are good with possession, but defensively it's different styles. Loyal want to press and try to pick that ball up high.
And if you hear water drippling in the background, that's the aquarium. I've got to put a little extra water in there tonight before I go to bed.
Loyal break a line.
It's not like anybody peeing.
But still, they can't get lulled into this quiet. They gotta play quick, and break those lines quicker, and make Loudoun chase, and that's when you find your space in behind.
Oh my God. Throw the ball in.
Last game of the draw against Memphis, San Diego will see here on Saturday. Scoreless draw.
San Diego got the ball back from Loudoun. They're trying to get on the break again. Oh, good run. Oh. It was a heavy touch. He decided to basically use it as a pass, and as the guy he was trying to
And that ball just
pass it off as a pass to
Robert isn't sure if he's gonna
didn't
get
think it was a pass.
He's about to make a run in to open up space, and Collier, I think, was trying to find him. A little miscommunication there, but that's a great step by Matiti, and a strong play to hold on to that.
I love that name, Matiti. Definitely sounds like an African international player.
Like we said, Memphis is going to back
That San Diego keeper is like 40, probably a good 25, 30 yards away from his net. Oh my God. Loads of space for San Diego. I don't know how they didn't turn that into a legitimate chance. Yeah, San Diego's keeper was easily 25 to 35 yards off his line. He was outside of the box by a good,
Find Ronaldo on that in the box, but
another probably 10 yards outside of his box.
take the pace off it.
If Loudon had gotten the ball back, a quick little doink would have knocked it in.
A dangerous duo
You were
out there.
like, cutting off my there we go. Cutting off my circulation. He had his elbow right in the crease of my leg.
He's virtually charting a game for us.
He's always full of information, no matter where he is or what time he is.
What time still?
What can you do with this, Loudon? Loudon's pushing forward again.
But I've only had one shot so far from each side, one apiece. And it's still 24, 25 minutes now. Both sides.
There's just a lot of very, very heavy first touches. Like as soon as the ball gets to their feet, it's getting sent off. And not necessarily in a controlled way.
from Matiti. Stays with it. And it draws the contact.
Really smart play from Matiti. Read the defense.
And Matiti right now actually seem Matiti and Ronaldo for San Diego seem to be the best players on the field.
Skill there from Matiti.
Loudon has not had really anybody stand out.
Here comes the cross in.
San Diego crosses into nobody. Goes to the other side. They put it back into the box. Guy got possession. He actually tried to go out, like, he went right at the defense on that one. He didn't immediately get the ball and try to cross it in, so I got to give him that. Like, that's good to know at least.
Draws the corner kick.
Possession still cross.
So it's a corner kick from San Diego. Let's see what they can do with this.
The other side of it come for San Diego. Swung in for Ronaldo. And
Ronaldo got contact on it, but he was moving away from goal and just couldn't get enough power on it.
It's a tough header for Ronaldo because he has to come back to the ball and try to whip his head around. He's not able to get power on that.
Oh, the commentator pretty much just said exactly what I said. Gotta love it.
Will have the power to give it a tougher opportunity for Peru to save.
Maybe they should just make me the commentator. They can pay me a fraction of what they pay her. Or a fraction of what they pay the dude. I'll take over the dude's position. I'll take over hers. She's the one that said what I said, though, so, you know, that makes a little more sense there, but I'll take either one. Loudon's had a lot more of solid possession, holding onto the ball the past 2 minutes or so. And now they're kind of looking like San Diego did around the 12th minute, where they're kind of passing around the back line, back and forth, trying to kind of spread apart San Diego defense a bit, see if they can get any splits or opportunities. Oh, out to the left side for Loudon. Got the ball. What can you do with it? Cross in. Ah, easily away.
whistle here, handball.
Let down by another first touch.
Really well done by Simba because both he and Hackworth were pressing out to close the wide play.
Wait, so we got-
And Simba, youngster, actually gave him a hand to say, "I've got this. You stay here, find an open."
We got a Matiti.
That's just the
We got a Ronaldo. We got a dude that looks like Ed Sheeran. And apparently there's somebody named Simba. This is one hell of a team. Oh, man. That's a hell of a team right there.
Goal here during the season, scored the first goal of the year against Detroit. Season opener for San Diego.
He's just been growing. Definitely earned the start tonight. Gaining his
All right, we got a Loudon throw. Oh, good throw. Good throw. All the way down into the box. Loudon's guy, had some good positioning on it. And then the first touch let him down. It was a good cross, but there was nobody there.
very smart.
There was nobody there.
He senses that he's getting double teamed.
Jeez.
Just lets that roll. Gets a little
Nobody.
shoulder
Perfect cross, but nobody was there. And so, because nobody was there, it goes straight to the foot of a San Diego player. And they get the ball back after being fouled in a yellow card for Loudoun County.
for someone who's gained confidence as the season's gone on. It's just a great play to get out of pressure there.
Jeremy Garay with the yellow. And you think that how he's going to come and step to the ball and lets it come right by.
I would say right now it seems like both teams are being let down by their midfield. If they'd had good midfield, I think Loudoun, they would have had somebody charging into the box late for that cross. That San Diego keeper was off his line by 40 yards that time. He was almost to the midway line. We got San Diego rather on the move again. They had a great opportunity for some passes, and he passes it backwards. Guy gets the shot off, and it goes wide of the goal.
Not only finds Matiti, but he makes such a fast, dynamic run into the
His-
back line allowed.
I think the Ed Sheeran guy, I think his name is Bodily.
Able to find Guido, takes a settling touch. Decent contact
Matiti,
just at the
Ronaldo, Simba,
Also, I have
Bodily.
on the right.
These are some of the weirdest names.
So Guido called for that. He wanted to
I mean, Ronaldo's not weird, but
without a doubt.
The second of the year. Matiti. And a strong move.
again, yeah, Matiti seems to be probably the best player on the field.
All around place.
He's all over the place. He's having a really good game.
Late hits. No doubt they're maybe why they're sitting on 5 red cards this year. Florida's going to have to stay calm. Don't get baited into having a foundation out there.
Loudoun's sitting on 5 red cards. That's crazy. They've had 5 red cards this season.
Frustrated. Now they need to keep
That is way too many. I wish one of the USL teams had signed Messi. That would be nuts. Oh, Loudoun got the ball back. Foul. Good foul, though, by San Diego. Yeah, I couldn't imagine Messi in a USL game. He would absolutely destroy these people. And that dude's name is Guido. Guido. We have a Matiti, a Simba, Bodily, Ronaldo, and now a Guido.
And some turning back up presenters.
All right, Loudoun on the edge of the San Diego box. What can they do with it? Shot in and
Got the left foot. Surrender.
another easy pickup for Koke. He'll take those all night long. Just speaks to the inconsistency.
Koke Vegas.
Actually, really good possession in and around the 18
The names for San Diego just keep getting better and better.
Hit a weak shot like that. Keep the ball moving and look for a better opportunity.
Oh, San Diego on the break and bad pass, just straight out of bounds. All right, we're approaching the 33rd minute. And I gotta say, this has been one of the more boring games I've seen in a while. Nobody's really looked threatening in any aspect of the game, and a lot of it's been just not
And we get a
not good.
for Williamson.
It's been disjointed. In general, the midfield's been crap. A lot of really bad first touches, and
Try to slow
Just-
things down a little bit, get it under control. Has a word with Williamson.
And not the best of games.
Spins out of pressure. It's yet another jersey pull.
so it's only a third of the way through the game, though. So long way to go.
Next foul like that, Williamson will be booked.
All right, Loudoun gets the ball back. Now, what can you do with it? Oh, keeper tried to clear it out. Goes to a midfielder for Loudoun. He mishits it back to San Diego. San Diego gets the ball right outside of Loudoun's box. Now Loudoun's got the ball back.
Tough giveaway right there. Shelby was coming.
Now Loudoun's going to try and go on the break. What can they do with this? Oh. Guy was behind him, and he thought he was still there, so he back passed it to him. But by the time he did that, the guy had already began to run up to pass alongside him, expecting the ball to be passed forward.
The team has also been a transition coming from the days with DC United as a developmental team.
Miscommunication, not a lot of
USL Championship.
solid,
They built the program.
confident play, I would say, beyond Matiti.
Even though that points-wise,
Matiti has absolutely been the best player on the pitch for this game so far in the first 34 minutes.
play, they're not that far off. There's just the little things to work on that they'll continue to build. They're organized. They're very well in the attacking third. They're just missing that final piece. So their manager, Ryan Martin's done a good job with them and a lot to continue to build on.
All right, San Diego's pushing forward. Oh, he actually challenged a person. He ran right at him with the ball. Good job. Crossed in, and good defense on that one. That was some good defense on that one.
Left flank to the middle of the field. Both of them running at speed, finding each other, getting good crosses in there.
Loudon's got the ball back, and they just kick it out to no one.
Well, it's actually out of bounds before Williamson hit that deep driven long ball.
Out of bounds for a throw-in. All right, then. Breathing awfully heavily down there, Spacely. You all right?
So all night here, the 8-bit kits, the Tiny Joy kits.
He's acting all strange. You okay, big boy? You okay?
It's been wonderful. Step outside, back for Paul. You're pulling ahead for the TC.
San Diego's pressing right now, though. Good layoff going forward. Loudon's got a solid line of defense, just 3 wide. Corner for San Diego. Now, can they do anything with this? Can they create some excitement? Can they light a spark?
Nothing that Learman can do but push it out for a corner. Loyal need to capitalize on this.
Yeah, you can see Matiti's getting spent. He is tired. He's already like. Again, I would have been like that after 5 minutes, but. Oh, good cross in from San Diego, but the keeper for Loudoun comes out and grabs it. Almost grabs it right off the head of the San Diego player. He had to have that, because if he didn't get that, that San Diego player was heading that. Now, where it would have gone, who knows? But he was in perfect position to be able to head it into the back of the net. No.
Talk about our community partners, and Charlie's a great partner as well. The way they've come in and helped design things that are true to San Diego, from the topography on the jerseys to the Pride and Joy kit to 8-bit. A great partner to bring out and showcase Loyal in San Diego. Definitely raise the bar when it comes to customizing
This
kits.
game, man. Even when the teams are pushing forward, even when San Diego has the ball in Loudon's box, nothing seems really like it's testing the other team. Like, it doesn't actually seem like there is a real threat from any of the possession at all right now.
Play that perfect ball. Patience, they're organized, compact. When they need to move the ball a little bit quicker.
I would say for probably 33 minutes of the 38 minutes of this game have felt like it's just kids out kicking the ball around with no real objective to score or anything like that. All right, San Diego's trying to go up the right side now, but there's nothing there. Stop it. You're going to need some cream. I'll get you some cream at halftime, big boy. Oh. Yeah, and the crowd's just not into this either. Like, even in USL games, there's still usually an ultras section where, like, you got people beating on a drum, you've got some songs going, but there's none of that in this game. The atmosphere at that stadium is just awful. It looks like they actually have 7 ultras in the stadium. They have two of them waving flags. But there's There is like no atmosphere in this game at all.
So another yellow for Loudoun. I thought Morgan Hackworth. Someone that he moves in the win here already in his first half tonight.
Flips that over, runs through, Rocher there.
There's just so much mediocre play with no
Long touch and absorbs
urgency, no desire, no push, no.
potentially dangerous area.
It doesn't seem like they care
Holding number 6 for Loudoun. His yellow.
at all.
And that's 3 now.
I'm sure they do, but the play doesn't show it. Cross in from San Diego. Matiti. Again. The only one that actually feels like he's really... Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Simba. That was not Matiti. That was Simba.
A little bit by surprise, but it just fell so perfectly.
Good shot.
Unable to get a really good
The
shot on that.
kick came in from the upper right.
Such a dangerous
Comes into the box. San Diego player heads it across the box. Falls to the feet of Simba, and he gets some decent contact on it, but not enough like strength behind it, really. Oh, fuck you, ESPN. Fuck you trying to get an extra commercial in. They did like a side-by-side screen and started showing a commercial because, you know, with soccer, you don't get commercial breaks until halftime. They got to get that extra commercial break in.
Open Cup for San Diego scored in season opener. USL play.
Oh, man. There we go. San Diego charging up the right-hand side, crossing into the box, headed out by Loudoun, and they just... San Diego gets the ball at the outside of the box and just
And that's a player right now.
wildly slices at it and sends it God only knows where.
On that side defensively, and he's pushing into the attack and creating opportunities.
So when Americans think about soccer, this is the kind of game that they think about.
Speed right there.
Like, oh, soccer is boring. This is the kind of game that they're talking about.
Good build-ups from there. They're just missing that final piece. They've got to put these away.
And I don't know if I've ever seen a stadium that, I mean, that has people in it that's this quiet.
All 4 years to Lloyd. Appearance of the year is not his first start. Here's Collier.
Oh, San Diego's got the ball, charging up the left side this time. Kicked out by Loudoun.
So good. Those long legs, the defender, he almost baits the defender, but the defender thinks they're there, and he just gets a toe on it. Finds Matiti there.
Brilliant.
Good stop from San Diego. Now they've switched the form of play back. And Ronaldo shoots from like
Then we said on the other
30 yards out and goes directly to the keeper. 20 yards out.
goalkeeper like Peru.
Just straight to the keeper. No power on it at all.
A little slip pass there.
The kicks from San Diego have been so weak, like power-wise, that you could easily get your average high school keeper in goal right now for Loudoun, and they probably would have been able to keep all of these out. That's how piss poor the final touches have been.
Outside the box for that one.
Oh man, even as a fan. Oh. This is a God. I hope the second half picks up. I'm getting tired. Oh, Loudoun kicks it forward, out to the left. They're actually going to get to it. It was actually a really good pass. Going to cross it in? No. Do a bad pass behind the guy charging forward. Right back to where it started. Crosses out, and it's outed for a corner. Wow, this is boring. Switch positions to get a little more comfortable now that Spacely is no longer in my spot. The camera guys didn't even show what was going on. You suck, ESPN. Why is it taking you so long to throw the fucking ball in? Oh, bad mishandle from San Diego. Loudoun's got the ball outside the box, crossed in. What can he do with it? Horrible, horrible ball control. What are you doing? How did you start 3 feet from the goalie and end up all the way out at the flag without doing anything at all?
Tactical plan, loyal. We've had a couple looks, one that was called back for offsides, but I think if you're Loudoun, you're happy with this score right now. If you're loyal, you wanted a little bit more out of this half.
We are scoreless here at the break. Our first 45. Come on back to Sierra Stadium.
Yeah, this is painful. This is painful. All right, well, it's halftime, so I'm going to go let the dogs out real quick, and I will be back.
Right here, San Diego and Loudoun, our first game on a beautiful night in Southern California. 70 degrees of kick. Beautiful nights in America's finest city. Our score is San Diego Loyal and Loudoun United. Tonight's hero of the match is Lance Corporal Darius Beltran. States Marine Corps, originally from Lubbock, Texas, enlisted in January of 2021. From stationed at 29 Palms, Okinawa, Japan, to the border of South Korea, here at Camp Pendleton. We say thank you to Lance Corporal Darius Biltrop of the U.S. Marine Corps, our hero of the match, won by San Diego Loyal. Jen and I put her on back with a scoreless first half draw on the way. Halftime at Terrell Stadium.
Timon used the bathroom, topping off on some whiskey, which, by the way, has nothing to do with soccer, but out here in middle of bumfuck nowhere Kearney, which is an amazing little town, there's not a lot of places to buy alcohol, but the bar here has this awesome whiskey called Concierge, and it's primo. It's very good. For being a $10 bottle of whiskey, it is damn nice. It is a damn fine whiskey. You got some more water though, Simone. Here you go, buddy.
Finish off your water. San Diego and London scoreless after 45 here at Torero Stadium tonight. What an evening for soccer. San Diego continues their homestand. Memphis on Saturday, New Mexico after that, Birmingham over Labor Day weekend.
Well, San Diego's got a short turnaround in games. They've got another game this weekend.
The summer showcase. Nothing just as we're coming on the air tonight over on ESPN2.
Phoenix has got a game this weekend. Debating going to it. If I go to it, I'm definitely going to do... Oh, slow down on that water there, Timon. But yeah, if I end up going to it, probably going to do... Not a live, but I'll do a vlog of the experience there. And definitely when I go for dollar beer night. Oh yeah, that one I'm definitely doing a vlog for. Yeah, Phoenix Rising is right outside of the playoffs. It's like top 7. Excuse me, go to the playoffs. And Phoenix Rising just lost when I went this past weekend. So they're in 8th place right now, and they are currently 3 points out of playoffs. So, and they're 4 points away from San Diego. So if San Diego loses this game, that's gonna help. That's gonna help. It's crazy. Whenever Timon wants to play, he barks in Spacely's face.
Yeah, so important to note that it's a 6:30 kickoff time. Not normal for Laurel, but excited to have a game on ESPN2. And that would be another good matchup.
Oh wow, they're actually playing a game on ESPN too. Interesting. I like that. Considering all of the tournaments that we've got coming up. Is that Lil Wayne? No, that's not Lil Wayne. Okay. Guy looked exactly like Lil Wayne, and he had his really dark creases right here, and it looked like it was tattoos. But yeah, as I was saying, with all of the tournaments coming up soon here in the States, is perfect time for a league like USL to really build their exposure. And I'm gonna mute this, but really build their exposure and build the brand. We've got in 2024, we've got Copa America, which is usually the South America Cup. You want the fish? Is that what you want? There you go. Yeah, we got Copa America, which is like the South America tournament. So all the national teams from South America basically play. And it's being hosted in the U.S., and the U.S., Mexico, and Canada are invited to it. It's going to be absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. And the U.S. actually has a good team now, so we should make it pretty far. Then in 2025, we've got the Club World Cup that's going to be here in the U.S. So basically all the best clubs from all over the world, from every league, basically the Champions League of Europe, but the entire world is going to be here. So teams like probably Real Madrid or Barcelona are going to be here. Barcelona are going to be here. Probably AC Milan. We're probably a Man City from the Premier League. Like, there's going to be some massive teams that are coming for this. And then in 2026, of course, we've got the World Cup that's being hosted here in the U.S. as well as Mexico and Canada. So build that brand. And with Messi just coming to the States, like, there is no better time for the soccer leagues in the U.S. to grow and expand their brand and expand their reach and grow their fan base. There's no better time than today. So, all right. Looks like we are back.
Royal looking to bounce back off of the 2-1 defeat at the hands of Orange County, but before that, 3 wins and a draw.
Guess we're not back yet. So, just kind of, I guess, redoing the highlights. This is why I like to start games like 15 minutes late so I can just fast forward through all this crap. We're going to stick with this game. We're going to stick it out. We're going to wait to see if there's any heroics. At this point, I don't even care about heroics. Just some solid gameplay. How about that? Some solid final touches. Not stuff that looks like it was put in by a 3-year-old. Or stuff that looks like you just don't care at all. Really, really hoping for something in this half. We'll see. I mean, I guess since we got a couple minutes, I'll talk a little bit about the Club America Nashville game from yesterday that I did the live watch along for. Right after that result came out, there were so many people on social media from Club America that were talking about how the League's Cup is rigged for MLS teams, and it was bull crap. And it's like, they're saying that the last call was rigged, that the whistle was blown, and that the game was over, and that they didn't look at a previous penalty kick for the other team that was also off the line. And it's like, okay, so you got a penalty in basically around 88-30. You didn't take that penalty until the 94th minute. Then, actually 95th minute. Then there was another 5 minutes of added time. That's on you that the other team came back and got a goal literally on the very last touch of the game. And the whistle for the last penalty was never blown. It's just as soon as the kick went in, or didn't go in, all of the players for Club America decided to start celebrating. So all of their fans rushed the field. The whistle was never blown, and it's not like there was no shadiness about that. Sorry that your keeper came off of his line for the penalty. That's on your keeper. That's not it being rigged. And for the people that are also saying it's rigged, that's the most ludicrous statement ever, considering Club America is the biggest club in Mexico. If they wanted this tournament, the League's Cup tournament, to make the most amount of money that it possibly could, their ideal situation would have been Inter Miami versus Club America in the final. They didn't want Club America to lose that game. And Club America should have won that game. Literally, Nashville scored on the last touch of the game. Play better defense, and you don't have to worry about penalties. Mark your man, put pressure on the ball, and you don't have to worry about penalties. But game is back starting. Looks like they're about to blow the whistle, so let's unpause this, or unmute it, and of course. So Loudoun's team, they were all set up in position. They were ready. But at that time, San Diego's team was doing a huddle. They were doing like their pre-second half talk. And then San Diego breaks their huddle. And as they break their huddle and go to their positions, Loudoun goes into a huddle.
That's a smart move. Don't risk him getting the red card. Camden, who's played phenomenal.
So we're about to start the second half.
Will slide into his usual center back on the left side.
Now that all the teams are finally back in position. And here we go. Second half is on the way. San Diego is starting it off. Oh, please let there be more quality in this half. And hopefully the fans pick up. I think that's probably that actually hurts this viewing experience, I think, more so than the lack of really high quality play, at least at the back end of plays. Because if you've got crowds that are all into it, they're all jumping up and down, and they're singing all of these songs, it doesn't matter if it's a second-tier league. It doesn't matter, because the atmosphere of the stadium and the fans, it adds to a viewing experience even at home. Something like this just makes the experience that much worse, though, where all of the fans just kind of don't seem to care at all. It definitely negatively impacts the viewing experience at home, because these fans, San Diego's got to do better, man. I am more excited about starting work at 6 a.m. on a Monday morning than these fans seem to be excited about seeing this game. That's bad. San Diego's charging. Matiti again. Matiti charging. Good defense there. At least a good slide tackle on the outside of the box. At Matiti trying again. He's the one that's really pushing this. If anybody gets a goal, it should be Matiti. Matiti should be the one that ends this tournament or this game with a goal. He's the one that deserves it. Oh, almost broke Ronaldo out. San Diego's coming out looking a little bit better. They've got better movement from their forwards off the ball. And they've definitely had, in the 2 minutes, they've had a couple good passes that just cut right through the midfield and broke past that back line. It's just now a matter of connecting that to their forwards. Looks like Ronaldo and Matiti. Oh, Loudoun pushing forward. Took a little deflection, it looked like.
And Matiti's put in the work defensively as well. We saw that in the first half. He's picking the ball out of his defensive corner area.
Yeah, Commentators keep mentioning his name as well, and I really got to say, I think 48 minutes into the game, Matiti is the one that's really been a standout. A lot of great efforts, great movement, good defense, a couple good passes. Corner for Loudoun goes in. Keeper for DC or San Diego. DC's keeper for San Diego tries to punch it out and kind of limp wrists it. Matiti's everywhere on this field. He's on the left, he's on the right, he's in the forward, he's in the back.
A little late on that call. Loudoun wanted him to call it actually on Matiti for playing on the ground. Turner's sitting on the yellow. Just gotta be careful here.
He wanted a foul for playing it on the ground. Meanwhile, the Loudoun guy is trying to kick it from out from underneath him. It's like, okay. I swear, the San Diego keeper is playing like another defenseman. And technically a keeper is a defenseman, but he's playing like he's a member of their back line. He is so far forward on this pitch that if Loudoun can just get the ball at a decent position, they should be able to just kind of plop it over the top. They should. I think it's called a panenka. Should be able to do just like a panenka over the top and just float that shit in there. The keeper for San Diego's got to be very careful.
They really need to capitalize and get 3 points tonight.
That's good defense. That's what you do. Good movement on the ball for Loudoun, but they can't get past the first defender that challenges them. Ronaldo had a perfect run right through the back line of Loudoun, and his teammate on the left didn't just turned around and passed the ball backwards.
Matiti.
Now Matiti's up in the front left. Coming in for a shot. Ooh. That was close.
Asking for a touch on that for a corner.
Oh, was that deflected?
He favors his right foot. Loudoun have scouted that.
He went up to the top right corner of the goal from the left side of the box, and he's not far from it. He is not far from it, and he does get it. There is a deflection on it too, so.
Just not enough bend on that to get around Peru. That's a good look by Matiti and a nice through ball that broke the lines for Camden Riley.
So want Loudoun to win, but pulling for Matiti to get a score. Feel like he deserves it tonight.
Yeah, he's definitely making a statement with his minutes out here. Which is exciting, especially with the injuries that Loyal have right now. The depth, they've really stepped up. Especially players like Matiti and even Simba.
San Diego returning home here next to the USL Championship match.
So I'm not gonna lie, I legitimately did not know that Simba was an actual name. I thought it was just a word in another in Swahili. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I just thought it was a word in Swahili that meant something. I think it's Swahili. That's where like Hakuna Matata comes from. But yeah, I thought it was just a word from that language. I didn't realize it was an actual name.
And the Memphis game's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I can't say enough about Tim Howard. One of the all-time legends, just an incredible human being. Can't wait to see what
the legends that involve the Landon Donovans and Tim Howards at USL Championship level.
It just speaks volumes to how important the game's been to them, that they're involved in giving back and trying to grow the game and access and create pathways for these younger generations.
They're talking about how some of the older players like Tim Howard and Landon Donovan are investing in USL teams and stuff like that, and that they're investing in the game. I 100% agree, but honestly, they're really most likely just investing in USL teams because MLS teams have now gotten so expensive that it's pricing people out. Like, if David Beckham didn't have a deal in order to have gotten the Miami ownership for like $25 million, MLS teams are going for $500 million now for just the expansion costs. So just to get permission from the league to have the team, it's like $500 million. Then you've got to build everything on top of it, hire a bunch of people. So you're looking easily at, like, at this point now, probably $1 billion to $1.5 billion to get an MLS team off the floor. It's not going to take that much money to get an USL team up and running. You can put forward a lot less money and own a stake in a USL team as well than you would need necessarily for an MLS team. Like, I think why some, who was it? Tom Brady. Even though he's made a shit tons of money. And it's probably one of the reasons why he went to like a lower tier team in England for part ownership, because it was still probably cheaper because it was such a lower tier team, and they've got a lot more investment opportunities and teams to invest in England, so it's probably a lot cheaper than it would be for him to own half of like an MLS team. So, I mean, MLS team valuations have a long way to go, still quite a bit a long way to go. But, I mean, if you wanted to buy like half of, say, the New England Revolution, you're still probably looking at $200 million. And even Tom Brady, who's worth $200 million, doesn't have $200 million to throw at a team. That's like everything he's got. Loudon! Oh, Loudon! Loudon! Out of nowhere! Yeah, you cheering too, Timon? Yes, Loudon! Let's get the... That was a good stop and turn right there, and a perfect cross. I don't know how he saves that from going out, but that's not out. And it's great to see one of the players following up and just being deadly with that. Having that killer instinct of being like, there's the ball, I've got this. Loudon! Taking the points from San Diego, baby! Yeah, making it easier for my Rising to rise again. I honestly haven't even heard this player's name at all in this game. Elma Dakar. He hasn't been mentioned once in this game, and he injured himself on the goal. It looks like he injured his hamstring either on the goal or on the celebration.
Just about to say, Loudon wasn't sitting back happy with just a point. They were pressing offensively. They were attacking with pace.
That's got to be embarrassing to injure yourself on the celebration. Yeah, that's sad to injure yourself on the celebration. I've seen it happen in football. There was one where a guy, like, he jumps up and he does that, like, "Rah!" And when he does that, he tears his, like, ACL or something like that. It's like, that's just sad. You never asked me. It's just sad. Like, that's pathetic. Oh, that's so good to see the Loudons winning.
The normal rotation will come on. You're in his first pro strike tonight at the age of 18. Coming off Elliot Collier as well.
All right, so we got San Diego making 3 changes now,
And Morgan Hackworth for San Diego.
which is probably a smart idea. They've been missing a little creativity in their touches, and so I think that's a good choice for San Diego to bring in a couple of subs.
That's where Conway came on the wing when Pettis went down with an injury at halftime.
So this will be interesting now, because I haven't seen either of these teams play before. So it'll be interesting to see how Loudoun now approaches this. Do they sit back and just defend for the next 32 minutes? Oh, that was a good pass from the San Diego keeper over the top of everybody for Loudoun. It landed in the edge of the box, like the furthest edge of the box from the keeper. Ronaldo was right there. He was right there, but 2 of the Loudoun defensemen, they were able to clear it out. But that was definitely a much, much better look from San Diego on that one. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see if Loudoun is just going to basically defend now for 32 minutes, or if they're going to still press and see if they can get another goal to settle up their points. San Diego almost got one back. Thank you, Spacely. Thank you, Space. Thank you, Spacely. Thank you, buddy.
What a good look by Guido.
He's such an attention whore. He has to be up. Yeah, right, Mr. Beasley. Yeah, San Diego just had a really good cross in, right at the top right of the box, or of the actual net. Hit that railing, and keeper was able to push it over. Sends it in, and almost got to Ronaldo. I'm still expecting Matiti to have a moment, though. Based on how he's played the rest of this game, I expect him to have a moment for San Diego. Why is the keeper at the midfield? Oh my God, he is playing it so risky right now. That San Diego keeper. Hey, Mom. San Diego keeper is looking bad.
They're bringing the attack to the game with those subs.
But Matiti almost got it. Adams gets it. Oh, they're gonna do it. Oh, they had 3 chances on that one. That keeper, he finally earned his keep, pun intended. That was some good shots. 1 block, 2 block. And then the 3rd block was from the defenseman. Took 3 blocks to get the ball out of there.
Back to Matiti. Unable to clear that, but another corner. Loyal have just grabbed the momentum.
Spacely says hi, Mom.
Vegas for Matiti in traffic this time.
All right, let's see what they can do. San Diego is definitely on the front foot now. Yeah, now there's some urgency in this game. Now this game is starting to liven up. 62nd minute, and it's finally livening up. And if San Diego keeps pressing, Loudoun is not holding this. They are not holding this lead.
Substitution for Loudoun United.
Oh, don't start this shit now.
Leslie Leggett to come on.
Now it looks like they may be starting to do the time wasting.
This is Nelson Martinez, a new signing for Loudoun.
Ugh.
Hopefully into the contest.
Hate the time wasting. Ugh. Absolutely hate the let's just sit down and waste a minute and a half pretending to be hurt. Pretending to have a cramp.
Take the sting out of how Loyal have responded to going one down.
Absolutely despise it. Even the team that I want to win this game is winning, even though they're winning. It pisses me off when all they do is just waste minutes at a time. Fans want to see the game played. They don't want to see people wasting minutes and minutes. We're not going to get those minutes back. Those minutes have come and gone, and they will never come again. All right, Loudoun pressing again. Oh, San Diego got it back. Ooh, tons of space in the midfield for San Diego. Tons of space. I really think that the way that San Diego has responded has been incredibly solid. They've turned on the urgency, and since the substitutes have come on, they've looked like a completely different team. Completely different team. Running up to that right, cross in. Oh, keeper for Loudoun gets it out. Swats that thing out. It's like, bitch, get out of my house. They're actually getting chippy over there. San Diego won a throw in. He's trying to throw the ball in, and you got somebody from Loudoun that's like basically pushing the ball backwards. Getting a little chippy. I like it. Now, it's not going to help the crowd get into the game any because the home team is losing, but it's definitely put a spark in this game.
Almost snuck through for Conway. You see the game's just opened up. The pace of play.
Stop wasting time.
It up to a whole other level.
Keeper just sits there with the ball at his feet, hands like right around it, ready to pick it up, just waiting for the defenseman or the striker for the other team to get up to him. It's like, dude, just pick it up and kick it, because you may need those 20 seconds later. And with the way that San Diego's responded, you're going to need that time later. Don't waste it. Yeah, San Diego tried to cross from the right to the left in one long pass and just passed it backwards. The defense was able to kind of put a little bit of pressure on it and broke it up there at the end for a Loudoun throw-in.
He can run all night.
All night long. All night. Sorry, the commentator just said he can run all night long, and that's all I thought of. Oh, Loudoun's got it on the left side. Cross in, and nobody's there for it except for San Diego team. Or San Diego player. Oh, it's Guido. It's Guido. Okay. It's Guido. It's not Guido. Okay then, it's Guido, not Guido. I apologize. It's Guido. Guido. Alright, so San Diego's got it on the right-hand side, right outside of Loudoun's box. Cross over to the other side, and there is nobody there. But San Diego's able to get it and keep it into play. Passes it back.
That substitution and Colin Martin and Charlie Adams sliding into the double pivot.
Now we're back over to the right side of the field for San Diego.
You want him in that final third. Colin just brings such a calming presence in that midfield. Plays simple. Allows Charlie Adams to push up as well. Use that left foot to work some.
So the commentator says that they're playing simple, and playing simple is a really good thing. The thing is, though, is that you have to play simple yet creatively. You got to have some creativeness in your gameplay, otherwise it becomes predictable. Cross in from San Diego, gets to the first Loudoun player, and they hit it out. The crowd's coming alive. I'm hearing some boos. Finally hearing some boos. I actually think there's now more ultras in the ultras section than there were in the first half. It's almost like there have been people that have shown up in the second half of this game that weren't here for the first half. Oh, fuck you again, ESPN. Stop showing commercials in a soccer game. You don't see this shit on a Premier League game or a La Liga game or a Serie A game. You don't see commercial breaks. Yeah, somebody may be down on the ground and he's cramping again, but you don't see commercial breaks.
Crowd's letting him know they don't appreciate the time wasting, but the referee did signal that he stopped the watch to allow everyone to get a drink and reset.
It looks like I might actually come out for this one in their substitution. for his go-ahead strike.
The guy that's on the ground now, they're talking about the crowd not liking the time wasting. Well, the guy that's on the ground now, he's the one that scored the goal, and he's the one that looked like he pulled a hamstring right after he scored it and hurt himself on the celebration. He started limping, and he's just been substituted off. He's obviously injured or tweaked something. That's not time wasting. That's an actual injury.
I was just gonna say that shows the depth.
It's like a crowd being pissed off because somebody got injured. It's like, no, I get it if he's actually wasting time. He's not actually wasting time. He's actually tweaked something.
Royals gonna make sure they don't give him any time on the ball in that final third.
And I have to say,
His substitutions taking
the
place.
team name for San Diego Loyal. I get it that it's kind of like a locals only thing. San Diego is too big to live by that locals only vibe. That's more of a small touristy town thing. Now maybe the coast of San Diego, yeah, but San Diego Loyal is an awful name. But it sucks. These teams' names are Inter, FC, SC. So, I mean, at least I guess it's not something typical like that. Yeah, Mr. Man? You gonna say hi, Space? Yeah?
The whistle will be called on Ronaldo.
Alright, now they're really wasting time.
It looked like a pretty decent 50-50 challenge there.
Now they're wasting time.
Ronaldo trying to ask where the foul was. Maybe a flailing arm.
That's what I got. Whenever teams do this, I always want to start rooting against them. Even though San Diego losing this game helps my Phoenix Rising, the more that Loudoun does the time wasting, the more I want him to lose. The more I want San Diego to come back and win this game.
Group tickets are just $10 a person starting out. Unlock some new fan experiences like penalty kicks and closing the field.
It's basically touched Timon's butt. Alright, so Loudoun's got the ball back. San Diego's definitely putting a lot more pressure on the ball in this half. There's not a lot of space for Loudoun, and they're having to move the ball around a lot quicker now. And it's actually, I feel like it's making Loudoun better as well. All right, so San Diego's back on the attack. You got somebody open on the left side. Pass it over there. He does. We're going to cross it in, and the cross is blocked right into the keeper's arms. That final touch, they can't get that. They can't seem to get a good cross into the box. And whenever San Diego does, there's always somebody there to kind of stop it. So I got to give Loudoun credit. San Diego's had a couple good chances. They could have gone up 1-0 really early in this game. But Loudoun's defense is definitely held in there.
There's more goals out here tonight.
Both ends have gone to their bench. Coaches
Yeah, it's definitely a much more exciting second half than it was the first half.
ramped up the energy, obviously, but
Oh, that's got to be a foul. The ball wasn't won, and yet he sent the San Diego player flying? That looked like a foul to me.
They're not going to sit back and think they have it.
Slide tackle straight into him, like head on. The guy goes flying, and the defenseman never seemed to really make contact with the ball. Didn't make contact with the player. It's not a yellow card or anything like that, but it was definitely a foul.
Coming to San Diego, just a tough stadium to play in between the play.
Oh, San Diego got the ball back. Loudoun's half. He's charging forward. Is he going to shoot? He shoots, and it's a good block from Loudoun's keeper. That was some good play there. That was good play from Guido.
Matches up Guido against Phoenix Rising. What an incredible reaction save by Farouk. He wins it.
Absolutely, yeah. That was good, really good, solid play from Guido. Great final touch, a good shot. It was on target. It made the keeper work for it, and the keeper made a good, solid save. goes out for a corner for San Diego here in the 72-30. So 73rd minute, essentially.
Players wear number 10 for San Diego. There's the
All
corner
right,
of the
San
second.
Diego kicks it in. What are we going to see? And it doesn't.
Get it back. Another try.
They hit it right out, right back to him, though. He kicks it back in. Just misses Ronaldo's head. Makes it to the edge of the Loudoun box, and he tries to clear it out, and he kicks it backwards into the box. Loudoun misses a header, and then finally they kick it out. And they've actually got a 2-on-2 for a second, but really good defense from San Diego to turn. I don't know that player's name for Loudoun, but they turned him around really nicely. Actually got him running back towards his own goal. So really good defense there. And it was 1-on-1 at one point as soon as he got the ball, and then it was 2-on-2. So very solid defense. Loudoun's on the front foot now. And it looks like San Diego's actually gone to... What is that? 1-4-5? That's what it looks like they've gone to, is like a 1-4-5. Which is weird, considering they should be on their front foot, but I guess maybe that's their defensive positions. I don't know. But yeah, they had 5 people across their back line, 4 in the midfield, and only 1 towards the front. Which is crazy because the keeper is playing so high most of this game. He's almost like that. He's almost like a center back. All right, San Diego crossed it in. Oh, almost. Ronaldo almost had it. His first touch let him down.
Led by Guido, though, caught Ronaldo a little bit off guard. Ronaldo just a little step late tonight. He was expecting that. I think he would have done
It's
that
the
big
jersey.
touch. Obviously,
It's the jersey.
chance on goal.
He's a step late tonight because of the jersey. That's what I'm blaming it on. But San Diego has been very consistent with their pressing since Loudoun scored. We've got 15 minutes left in regular time. I will be shocked, honestly, with the way that San Diego's come back. I will be surprised if they do not score another goal here. They've got urgency now, but they're still remaining patient. And Loudoun's still putting some pressure on the ball, too, which is good to see at times. But right now, the guy had so much space. Oh, my God. Loads of space. He shoots it. And what just happened? How did he... Oh, the guy, I guess, came in from behind as he was doing his forward swing, and they make contact. That happened so fast, and there was somebody in between them and the camera. It was tough to see.
Substitution here. The all-time leading scorers who come in after this.
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what happened. He got his foot right. Oh, sorry, space. He got his foot like right as Guido was doing his, almost connecting with the ball. And the defense's foot was right there, and it made contact. So, they took Ronaldo out. Ronaldo was subbed out. He had a decent game. He seemed to be a step behind in a lot of ways, in a lot of aspects tonight. His first touch definitely let him down. But along with Matiti, I would say he probably had one of the better games on the pitch.
He's been on the right side. Matiti's been on the right side. Both the left sides.
This Conway playing with Tumia's first touch in for Watchalong.
All right, San Diego's got the ball.
20 goals in these 4 years.
Back from Loudoun.
Plays 99th USL. Overall for Royal.
Out to the right for San Diego, right outside the box, moving in forward. Crosses in, and it's out from Loudoun, but back to a San Diego defender's feet. Right back over to the right side for San Diego. Getting close to the Loudoun box. Back across the pitch. Ed Sheeran tries to pass the ball forward. San Diego's maintaining possession here pretty nicely, considering the blocks that Loudoun have gotten on some of their passes in. And that second ball is falling to him. So they're getting kind of, I think, some of these rolls are going a little bit lucky. Oh, perfect pass up the right side, right over the top. Right in. Oh, good shot. Good. Oh, it was a good pass and a pretty good shot, but the keeper stopped it going to the right-hand side. I think that was Matiti got the ball on Loudoun's, basically the penalty spot. Was able to square it up and get a shot. Didn't get a lot of power behind it, but the keeper was able to make a good reactionary save and get that pushed out. Loudoun's attacking again, though, trying to get it passed forward, and it looks like it's out for a San Diego corner. This game is much more exciting this half. The urgency is there. Soccer is such a game of two halves. 100% a game of two halves. In almost every aspect. The first half is usually like you're settling into the game, you're figuring out the game plan of the other team for the first like 15-20 minutes. Corner goes in. We got a San Diego player down in the middle of the box for Loudoun, but no foul called. Loudoun almost makes it out for the break, but San Diego is able to turn it back around. San Diego still got a player down in the middle of the box, but they're crossing it in. Did that just hit the player on the ground? San Diego just tried to cross the ball into the center of the box, and I think it hit the player that's down on the ground. And he does not look to be doing well. I guess they're going to do a replay now instead of... And he's just like down there then. He's like holding his chest and everything. I don't know what's going on. He's like holding his chest like down on the ground. He's like... Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this dude. That does not look good. And they're losing, so he's not trying to do any time wasting or anything. But then San Diego just kept playing. They should have put the ball out of bounds. They kept playing. They crossed the ball in, and it looked like the ball hit him on the ground and not the defender. If I was that dude that was on the ground, I would be furious with my teammates. Be like, guys, I know we're losing, but do you not see me on the ground writhing in pain? And you're going to kick the ball into me? Fuck you! I would be so mad. Yeah, he did get off the field under his own power, but he does not look good. Something definitely happened to him. Is this another one of those collapses suddenly? He's back on the field. He does not need to be on the field. He is wobbling. That player is wobbling. He does not need to be on the field. I'm actually a little concerned now about what we may see in the next 9.5 minutes or 8.5 minutes. That player does not look like he should still be on this field right now. I don't know if San Diego is like out of substitutes because ESPN Plus doesn't put the little squares underneath it, and I wasn't keeping track. But he's wobbly, and he didn't have a contact that sent him down to the ground. He's just down on the ground grabbing at his chest. Dude should not be playing right now. I'm seriously hoping we do not see like a DeMar Hamlin thing. Alright, well, San Diego's got the ball back. The injured guy's got the ball now. Why is the keeper at the half line? Why is he literally midfield? All it is going to take is for one chip over the top, and he's screwed. And they're going to go down 2-0.
have tried to get on the end of that, but you have the likes of Conway up there with his speed.
He was still with 2/3 of the possession, but down a goal here in the second half.
Good tackle from Loudoun. They've got the ball back. They're on the counter. Oh, good pass over the top. Loudoun is pushing forward on the left. He was looking for that foul. Guy, San Diego shoulders him a little bit, and Loudoun guy just goes flying. And I'm not entirely sure why they gave him a yellow card for that. That wasn't really malicious or bad or anything like that, in my opinion. I think it was kind of a weak foul. And, I mean, you want to call that? Okay, yeah, call it. That's fine. Yellow card? I don't know, because the player, Grant Stoneman, apparently, Stoneman, hasn't really been committing a lot of fouls from what I've seen this game. Yeah, and I don't understand why you got a yellow. So, but now, yeah, Loudoun's got a nice free kick here from about probably 10 yards from the box. Crosses it in. It goes up. Oh, good punch out from the keeper. Goes out to the edge of the box, and a Loudoun guy just slices it. Gets underneath it and just right out. San Diego puts it back in play fast. They need to. There's 6 minutes left in the game. We're at 84:03. Goes back up the right side. Crosses it through from Matiti. Nope. Gets intercepted by Loudoun. Ooh, nice little nutmeg there from Loudoun. They're now going up the left side of San Diego. Pass it back into the center. Yeah, switching over to the other side, stretching out the field a little bit. Basically playing your old childhood keep away. They've got 5.5 minutes plus stoppage time in order to go through it, and they're probably going to be about 4 minutes of stoppage. So if San Diego's going to get a point out of this, they're going to have to score something soon.
Brought to you by Lucia Capital, that tells the story. San Diego Loyal, breaking news, inside access, interviews, discussion, analysis, all of it.
Let's see how they do.
Every Wednesday.
They don't seem to have the same level of urgency from their back line as they did immediately after the goal, even though they've got 5 minutes left in the game. There's a lot of still side-to-side passes. I get it, you're trying to break it down, and Loudoun now has definitely gone to a 5-back line. But expect a little more urgency. Now Matiti's got it down in the corner. Can he get it out? Oh, that's a foul. That's got to be a foul. Oh, he's playing advantage, I guess. Matiti goes down, but they cross it in. San Diego into the corner and into the back of the net. And San Diego steals a point. Bodily gets the cross in from the back. That's why you play advantage. It should have been a foul on Matiti, but he played advantage. San Diego crosses it in and header into the side of the net. That should have been the foul right there. They get up, goes out. Get that cross in, right over to the top. Smack, right into the back of the net. Boom. And San Diego draws even. Right when I'm talking about how the back line doesn't have urgency and they need to do something a little bit more. They get it up to Matiti, and Matiti starts that whole thing with his push right up that right side, right to the edge. He takes on the two players, and he manages to get it back to his own player for that cross in. So even though Matiti is not going to be on any of the scores, like he doesn't get an assist for that, he doesn't get a goal for that. For me, that comes from Matiti. Commentators are talking about Matiti starting it too. Yeah, that all started from Matiti being able to push up that right side. So hats off to you, Matiti. I made fun of your name at first, thinking it was kind of funny. I absolutely love your name, and you played really well this game. And you set up that goal, even though your name's not going to be getting any stats from it. But It's good play from San Diego. San Diego still pushing, another cross in. Loudoun tries to get it out, but it falls to the feet of a San Diego, and then the Loudoun keeper keeps it out. Good save from the Loudoun keeper, Faru. Barely gets some fingers on that. It was a good reactionary save right there. What just happened?
He's letting his teammates on, I know.
They're trying to do a replay, and as they do the replay, they took the free kick. So I have no idea what just happened. And then I had no idea that that just happened. They didn't show that real time. Again, fuck you, ESPN. You show commercials in the middle of the game, and then you miss showing us almost the second goal. Fuck you, ESPN. Do better. Do better.
And Adams were wasting no time trying to find the game winner.
We should have a couple minutes of added time, but
Yeah, that was really close. And the keeper for Loudoun came out, and he was giving it to one of his defensemen. He was all in his face, screaming at him. Whoever the director is of this broadcast needs to be fired.
Going for San Diego.
Just for that moment. And then the play is going on again. And what do? They showed just the back of one of the players running. It's like, dude, zoom out. Show us what's going on. It's the last minute and a half of the game. All right. Now what's going to happen in the last little bit?
defensively, they've switched. They've actually put Simba as center.
Loudoun wins a foul in their half of the field.
Those balls in from the right side. Typically, Stoneman's the center back, but now he's out on the right.
They're going to switch the side of play, but it doesn't get even halfway across the field. It falls to the foot of a San Diego player. Crosses it out to the side. Now he's got it right on the edge of the Loudoun box. Good defense there from Loudoun, pushing him back a little bit, but he crosses it to the other side of the field. Pushes it up to the front. They get a cross in from San Diego. Headed in, and it's in for the second goal. Wow. 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 San Diego. I have to give it to you, San Diego. What good play. Good cross and a good header in. I feel like that keeper, I feel like he didn't extend his hands as much as he could have. It almost looks like he's doing instead of a, who am I to say? I've never played keeper, but my goodness, San Diego. This is a completely different game since the substitutes came in. The substitutes have had urgency, they have had quality, they have had good first and final touches. There's been good defense and there's been good offense in the second half. This second half is much, much better than what the first half was. It's like there's two different teams that are on the field in the second half than there was in the first. We got 6 minutes of stoppage time, and we're about a minute through this first minute, or we're about a minute through that. Now, can Loudoun react? Is there enough time for them to get something else on the board? And I don't think so. They haven't looked solidly enough. I think that their goal kind of came out of nowhere in a lot of ways. San Diego has really been the better team through most of this game. I don't see them getting something here. I really don't. And that's exactly why. Oh no, okay. I won't even tell you what just happened. But this is exactly why I don't like that time wasting. If the keeper had not done any time wasting at all, if some of the other players had not fallen to the ground and faked injuries, they may not have been able to get that second goal. There may not have been enough time to get that second goal. And if they got the second goal, then they wouldn't have got it and then put the ball back in play with 5.5 minutes left in the game. You would have had closer to probably 8 or 9 minutes. And that makes a big difference. But now Loudoun's got the ball in San Diego's box. He tries to cross it over and it's blocked by San Diego, but it's out for a corner for Loudoun. So it's taken quickly, which I don't understand considering there was one player in the box for Loudoun. So that was kind of a wasted opportunity. Why are you taking it quickly when none of your players are in position?
We lead the USL Championship with 11 goals in the final.
I get that you want to put it back in quickly, but you have one person in the box.
Coach Miller said Loudoun's not that
You have to give your teammates a chance to get in the box, or at least get close enough to where when you kick it in, they can charge in. That was not good play. Now it's out for a goal kick.
Start to come off and Loyal punished them. Found the response.
And now San Diego is going to do the time wasting. And again, every team does it, 100%. But it is absolutely my least favorite aspect of this sport. Least favorite aspect of this game.
The ultimate premium.
Alright, so it's back in play. It goes out for a San Diego throw-in, which I don't think was actually the right call. I think that was more... That looked like that was off the head of a San Diego player. You see some of the fans giving shit to the Loudoun players. I don't like that either. Like, the San Diego fans are literally right above the bench for Loudoun. Like, it's a wall. They're at the top edge of the wall, and the Loudoun bench is against the wall at the bottom. So it's literally, you look down over the edge, and there's the players and the coaches, and they're like leaning over the edge, yelling and screaming at them. Dude, it's a USL Championship game, man. This isn't like a Premier League final or a Champions League final. Like, this isn't that. I just, personally, it's me personally. I think that, like, there's a time for shit talking and there's a time for, like, kind of respecting it. That was a really bad back pass from Loudoun, but the keeper comes off his line and gets it. Oh, Loudoun up the left with a lot of space. Everybody's out of position at this point. Simba stops it, crosses it back into the middle of the field. He gets it to his own teammate, and now San Diego may be on the break now. But if he's smart, he'll just pull it back. There's 55 seconds left in the game. Just hold on to the possession of the ball.
Pick the ball off his Ane's foot, who's not a bad player.
But yeah, now San Diego's got the ball in Loudoun's half, right down in the flag, and yeah, smart play. Takes it directly into the corner and wins a throw in. So, perfect play there from whoever that was. Is that Bodily? Yeah, that's Bodily. That's Ed Sheeran there. Actually, I don't think Bodily is Ed Sheeran. Got that confused, I think, the entire game. That was Bodily, but that's not the guy I saw earlier that looked like Ed Sheeran. But yeah, smart play from Bodily. Looks like it's a goal kick for Loudoun with 10 seconds essentially left in the game. We're 95-52, and he's holding on to the ball. Why aren't you kicking the ball? There's 3 seconds left in the game, you moron. What are you doing?
Seconds, I should say. No minutes left.
Whistle. Game done. San Diego comes back for the win with goals within like 2 minutes of each other, and a game that in the first half, like, I thought it was going to put me to sleep. But this second half of this game has been quality. I wouldn't say necessarily like top tier quality, but pretty darn good quality, to where if I was to spend $20, $30 to have gone to go see this game with the way that it ended, no matter who I was a fan of team-wise, I would have been happy with that investment. That would have been an entertaining game to go to, especially the second half. Experiencing both of them, it makes the second half that much better because of kind of sitting through that first half. When you sit through that slow, just like, is anybody going to do anything worthwhile when they actually start to put everything together in that second half and actually make it worthwhile? They show that urgency. They show that final touch. They show the first touch. it makes the game so much more interesting in every aspect of it. It makes it that much more entertaining. I think that Loudoun tried to shut down too quickly. Right after the goal, they had maybe a minute or two where they did try to push forward, but beyond that, it was more, there wasn't a real push forward. And whenever that happens, and you're the team that's holding back, and you're not as strong of a team as the other one, you're going to lose. You're almost always going to lose, especially when you start doing that in like the 60th minute. And that's what happened here. San Diego's the better team. Their record is better. They scored. They're just generally a better team. They've got better talent. They're a better team. And so when a team like Loudoun, who is not as good, scores first, and they try to sit back for 30 minutes, they're not going to be able to hold off the other team for 30 minutes. You're just not going to be able to do that. You have to at least continue to try to push forward for a good 10 minutes before you start sinking back. You got maybe 15 minutes left in the game and you want to pull back a little bit, that's something different. You got 15 minutes. It's different than having a full 30 minutes left. So, honestly, hats off to both second half performances. I thought they were really good. Matiti, for me, even though he didn't score either of the goals, for me, Matiti was the player of the match. For me, I thought that his effort, he had some really good movements on and off the ball. I thought he had some good combinations with Ronaldo. He had some good visions. He had a couple of opportunities he probably could have done better on, but I think overall he was the best player on the field for probably 75 minutes of this match. Once those San Diego substitutes came on and started really getting into the flow of the game around that 75th minute, you didn't see or hear much from Matiti anymore because he didn't need to. And I think that for me, he may have actually been subbed off. They didn't say, to be honest, that I heard. But for me, I think Matiti, he did so much to keep the pressure on Loudoun. I think that he kept the confidence there within San Diego for a lot of this game. And honestly, he had the best skill. He had the best movements. He had the best creativity. Even though some of the stuff didn't necessarily work out, I don't necessarily always put that on him. So I think that Matiti impressed me as a first watch for both of these teams. So on top of that, I think that San Diego Stadium is absolutely beautiful. Jersey-wise, I loved the Loudoun jerseys. The Loudoun jerseys were absolutely awesome. Very 90s-esque. Now, the San Diego one, again, I don't understand why you have to have a jersey that tells you who it's okay to have sex with and who it's not. I just don't get that personally. But overall, I thought this was actually, taking into consideration the boringness of the first half and the excitement of the second half, honestly, I would have been happy with the $20 ticket for this game, $30 ticket. So, yeah, I thought it was actually a pretty good ending to the game. Sad that Phoenix Rising didn't gain any points essentially from this outcome with a San Diego loss, but, it is what it is. So hopefully Phoenix can win on Saturday to get some points back and hopefully get back into the playoff run. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a really good game. Congratulations to San Diego. Loudoun, you had some really good players on the field tonight that put out some really great effort. It was a really good goal, but you just couldn't pull it through. Next time, don't try to just kind of hunker down for 30 freaking minutes. Next time, try to get that second goal for a good extra 10, 15 minutes, and then hunker down at like the 75th minute mark. So, yeah, that's I guess the third edition of this watch along. Hopefully tomorrow night I can start doing these live on YouTube. I'll have the permission from YouTube to do live streams. I'm hoping to have the ability to do that by the time that the World Cup match is on. I would love to be able to do that. I haven't watched a lot of this World Cup just because of I haven't felt as invested in this one as I have in the past few. not just the ones that the U.S. won, but going back a number of World Cups for women. I think that one of the biggest things for this, though, is I'm just not going to get up at 1 a.m. to watch a game. Even for the men's game, I wouldn't have done that. Qatar, the World Cup schedule in Qatar was bad enough. That one was bad enough. There's no way I'm watching games at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta have my sleep. So yeah, hopefully we can do this again tomorrow night. And yeah, until then, have a good night, everybody. Bye bye.